This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Today we're slinging out yet another video review. This time take a look at an application called MyReferences, which is on my Springboard ready to go. So just to kind of jump into this, the basic idea with this application is that it allows you to take sort of journal-style notes as you go about your day. Say you're reading something, you want to take a note of it, you can do so using MyReferences, or it also allows you to handily sort of encapsulate quotes, which is an interesting twist on things. So for instance, I've created these two notebooks. There's a lot of customization that we'll talk about in just a second. But here are my two notebooks. I'm going to go ahead and click on the theme one and just kind of show you what's going on here. So here's a very basic note, not a lot going on. But if I wanted to, I could easily add more by simply hitting, well, first actually I do have another page that's in here, which I can flick to by going to testing again, or flick back to the first page as well, etc., etc. So you have lots of page flipping mechanics here that feel very natural and very organic to us. It is a bit touchy in terms of the physics, which is something that we had some problems with. We'll talk more about navigation in just a second. But as smooth as that looks, it actually is kind of hard to pull this over to actually grab it from the second page. So just sort of a slight quibble there. As far as adding a new page, you simply go here and you hit add, or you can hit edit to edit the pages that exist. I'm going to instead hit add. Then we can go in here and you can change the notebook that this is attached to. I'm going to send this into the theme notebook. You add a header or a title, which I missed there. I'm going to hit header, type that in very quickly. There we go. And then you can quickly type in some body text, which I'm actually going to do by simply saying body text. If you want to, you can include a quote here, obviously. That'd be one good use for this application. Of course, you can hit done to go back to just the raw menu. Done. And to quote the text, you can actually put in the author's name as well as the source name. So even if you wanted to throw a URL in there, you could do that, copy that, and then paste it straight in, date recorded. You can favorite it so it's favorited, or upload a photo. We do have to mention that we had a lot of trouble with the upload photos. Not that it didn't work, but more we had a problem with the fact that it caused our notebooks to not work. We couldn't actually load them, and once we created a notebook that we couldn't load, the search functions entirely failed too, so a little iffy on the photos there. But aside from that, you know, it works fairly well. So that was very quick, as you saw, very easy to set up. Lots of different text options and nice stuff there. So I'm going to hit done, and away the app goes. So now I've got a third page, and of course I can flick between any of these. So there you go, very nice indeed. You can also share these to Twitter, Facebook, SMS, email. You can trash them, you can favorite them, you can add them to your calendar, etc., etc. Lots of different stuff going on there. So lots of sharing options, which is nice. We like that indeed. And of course, you can always go back to your bookshelf at any point in time. So again, the idea with this is just to sort of quickly jot down notes and quotes and things that you find, and then have them referenced in these sort of stylized notebooks. In terms of customization, you have a lot of options to work with. You can go into your settings, change your bookshelf theme if you want. For instance, I can change it to this kind of star pattern. Set a password. You can back up and restore your data, which is awesome. We really enjoy that because it sucks if you do all this stuff and then you lose your data. Go back to the bookshelf. You can search using the search button, but again, we had some problems with that. You can check out your favorites using the favorites tab too, which I don't have any favorites saved at this point in time. And you get a new notebook simply by hitting the plus sign, exactly as you would a page. You get a lot of different book covers too, which is really quite pleasant to look at. So I'm going to go ahead and just pick a new one to go with here. See this one, you can change the page themes. Again, lots of different page themes to work with, sort of everything from papers to sort of natural media. I'm going to go with this one. Font color, lots of different fonts. You know, as a designer, I really like fonts, and there are more than enough to choose from here, so you can do everything from Papyrus all the way up to Baskerville. I'm going to go with Comic Sans if it's in here, but I don't think it is. Nope, but Papyrus is, so we can go with that one and be absolutely wretched. You can also turn off animations if you'd like to, and simply insert a book name, and then the whole thing is saved. So it's very quick, very easy, and very simple to navigate, which is you know, a general theme for the entire application. It's very easy to navigate. We did have some slight problems with the flicking from side to side. Again, lots of smooth controls, but every now and then some issues with that. We had lots of crashing problems, which was sort of a fault And but aside from that, it's very quick. We did have some concerns about the actual use of the application. We're wondering exactly who the target market is for this, because aside from the sort of graphical niceties and the sharing options that you have, the actual value that you get out of this in comparison to something like just the traditional Notes application within the iPhone is kind of debatable. But for that, despite that, the 99 cents that this will cost you is not a lot to ask. It's only $1, so a fourth of a Starbucks latte, to get this kind of graphical output for something that's very simple and effective to use, in addition to the quick quoting sort of mechanics. If you take a lot of quotes, then this would be a great way to save all those in sort of a reference style. So all in all, not sure about the value, not sure about the navigation, but overall very snappy utility, very useful for the person in need. So we're going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating, and at this point, that's all I have to say about it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. We'll see you guys later. Bye.